Welcome back to my book channel. My name is the Lauren Explorer, and today I have the third book in my underrated books that I want you guys to read, or I wish for you guys to read. And this is the Achillean book, and it's called Summer Suns by Lee Mandolio. Okay, so I read this for like my December TBR. I didn't know what to expect. I heard mixed things about this book, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna jump into it. It's Achillean. What could go wrong? A lot of things could go wrong, but I just like whatever. This was so good. I cried during this one as well. I cried. I think I cried. Yeah, Thunder in Her Body. I cried, and then this one I cried. I don't know if I cried during Sweet Filthy Love, Sweet Filthy Boy. No, I didn't cry for that one. But this one was so good. Like, so in this story, like, I knew it was Achillean because I knew everyone else said it was Achillean. So, like, when I started reading this and, like, nothing was happening that pointed towards it being Achillean, I was like, wait, what's going on? And then something happens and it tells you why. And then everything just, like, starts falling into place. Like, I don't know if I explained that right, but just keep in mind, like, when you start reading it, it may not come off as Achillean at first, but then things happen and someone starts talking and then everything makes so much more sense. So we get into this point where it's two childhood best friends who have been together for ages. When I mean childhood best friends, I think they were like one digit, and they are like on their way to college, all that kind of stuff. So it's Andrew and Eddie, and they have so much chemistry. It was just like so, like, you could tell that something underlining was going on as the years was like with them. But we start off this book in Andrew's place, and Andrew is like at a junkyard, and we realize, like, from, like, you already know that, like, I'm tearing up. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you already know in the beginning that, like, Eddie has died, and it was S-word. But Andrew doesn't believe that Eddie would ever do that to himself. Eddie went to this school in New Orleans to, like, see the school out, and then Andrew was going to follow him that previous couple of weeks later. But then something happened, and Eddie was just like, hold off, don't do anything, don't come yet. And so Andrew didn't go. Then Eddie is found in the forest, and it's believed to be a S-word. And Andrew can't believe this at all. Andrew is like, no, he would never do this. Like, this is wrong. I'm going to this school to figure out what happened to Eddie, because he did not do this. It was murder. And you figure out, like, Eddie was in some things. Like, he was in some things. And you also see that they're dynamic, because Eddie is from a rich family. He has money, a lot of money. And Andrew is from, like, middle-class family. And they're just not polar opposites, but they're like, it's just like they clinked together. But when Andrew finds out some of the stuff that Eddie was getting into, and he's just like, do I not know my own friend? Do I not know my own lover? Because there's like craziness going in here. Because I was thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't know if I should ruin this. Maybe. Like, okay, I'm just gonna get out the way. I thought that they were just like them two together, and Eddie was like keeping it on the DL because he didn't want to be out yet. And Andrew was just like, okay, whatever, I'll just follow you, what you follow. But it turns out that like they also had a threesome. So them and their other friend, who is a female, they were together as well. So they were all together, and they would only have sex. Him and Eddie would only have sex with each other with her. Things started to like collide together when Andrew and Eddie started to have this connection together without her, and it just built. So that's like, I was just so surprised when I found that out. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. But we're trying to figure out what happened to Eddie. So we figure out that like Eddie has left him his car, his money, and a house. Like a house with a roommate that he doesn't even know. Like, it's just a roommate. And this roommate is the one who was with Eddie throughout this whole entire thing. And we find out that like his roommate's family is in some things. And that pulled Eddie into some things. And there's someone at this college that really, really is interested in something that happened to Eddie and Andrew when they were young. Like, because when they were young, something very traumatic and very, very scary happened to them that affected their lives onwards, but also gave them something that they didn't know they had at all. And this someone knows this. It's crazy. Like, I don't even know how to explain these things, right? Like, I don't, because like how great it was, like you have to explain like the things that are happening. Because at first you like it sounds crazy, like it doesn't sound appealing at all. But this was so good once you got into the story and found out like a lot of things were happening. Because it goes like back and forth on like Andrew's part of him like trying to figure out, because he doesn't even care about school. He's only there to figure out what happened to Eddie, because he believes someone at that school murdered him. And he's right. I give you that one. Like, I'm telling you right now, someone murdered him. Someone murdered him. And like there's like the list comes up, like you're just trying to figure out who could it be, why they have motive. And then like once supernatural stuff starts happening, you're just like, oh, wait, what's going on? What? Is that Eddie trying to communicate with me from the dead? Oh no, I was just like, wow. I don't know if I could take it, because Andrew went through a lot. And I was just like, oh, like you're a better person than me, Andrew. I would have just gave up. But that's like friendship. That's your love. There is budding love that happens to Andrew in this story. And it's kind of like you love to hate the person that he's with, like he's going to be with. And I really want to see like a continuation of them. But yeah, like I like I don't want to give too much away because like I want you to be as surprised as I was when like a lot of stuff like was told to me during like the actions and like what was going on. But I will let you know, like I had my bet on this one person, and then all of a sudden it changed. And like, whew, I was riding on this person. I was like, yeah, they did it. They killed Eddie, blah, 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 blah. We know why they killed Eddie, blah, 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 blah. And then like something happens and I was just like, wait, you know what? Nope. It has to be this other person. It has to be. And so like I was just going back and forth, back and forth. This was amazing. This was amazing. So like, okay, this is like my third book for this. I got this book. I bought this book the first time myself, but then I gave it away because I thought I wasn't gonna read it. Then I bought it again secondhand. Read it, and then I gave it away because it had stains on it. So this is my third book. So like you like that just tells you that this book was amazing. Because why would I buy this book? Well, twice. The second time I didn't even give it a chance. The first time I didn't even give it a chance. So like I was book twice, and it's amazing. It's amazing. You have to read this book. Even like some of my favorite booktubers did not enjoy this book. And I understand their reasons for it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. So this is when I realized like I can't base all of my choices off booktubers' choices, like they're like not favorites and all that kind of stuff. I have to give the book at least a try. And I did, and I'm glad I did because this book was amazing. It was great. I think I cried twice or 3 times because like you're experiencing the grief with Andrew. You're going through his whole entire grieving process because he has like it's up and down, and like you just like get sucked into it. And I think because like I was going through a lot because of school, it just like honed in on like my depression, and like it sucked me in, and like it just kept me there. And then as you figure out what was going on, you just like it kept building me up to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. Like I can do this. It was just amazing. Like I don't know if I was playing this right because like this is attached to not like a very horrible time. It's just like a time where I knew that I was just not my best, and this got me out of it. And I love it. I love it. So I want you guys to love it as well. Or at least try. I'm telling you, this is amazing. I wish that there's a special edition copy because I will be buying it. This was really good. Really good. But besides the point, I hope you guys enjoyed this book review. Or book recommendation, I hope to see you guys in my next video, which is going to be the last video of my underrated books that I wish you guys would read. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and I will see you guys later. Bye.